Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am making elderflower syrup. I have been under the weather this week, but the elderflowers are nearing their end where we are, and I knew I wanted to make some elderflower syrup before they go away. I went to our local park. There's a big elder tree there, foraged a few heads of flowers to make my syrup with. Elderflowers are pretty easy to identify. They typically have about 5 to 7 serrated leaves, and the tree itself has grayish brown bark. The flowers come in clusters and have tiny creamy white florets. For us, they usually bloom between late May and early July. To make your elderflower syrup, you'll need about 10 to 12 elderflower heads. Make sure that they're freshly picked when the flowers are fully open. You don't want any flowers that are closed because they don't have that lovely flavor of the pollen. The first step to making it is to clean the flower heads. You want to be kind of careful doing this because the pollen provides a lot of the flavor. So you just want to visually inspect the flowers and remove any bugs. You don't really want to rinse them because that'll wash all that beautiful pollen out. Then you want to snip off the thick stems. You can leave the thinner ones, but snip off the thicker ones. They can be a bit bitter. Then you want to wash your lemon. I would recommend using an organic unwaxed lemon because the peel will be part of the infusion. So I like to wash mine with some dish soap and dry it off and then slice it up and add the lemon to a glass jar or a bowl. Then, in a small saucepan, combine your 1 cup of sugar with your 1 cup of water. Normally, you use white sugar, but I didn't have any, so I'm using coconut sugar this time, and you can also use brown sugar if that's all you have. Warm it up on a low heat until the sugar is fully dissolved, and really try to avoid boiling the mixture. You want to just gently warm it until the sugar is dissolved. When all the sugar is dissolved, add your 1 teaspoon of citric acid and stir that until it's fully dissolved as well. And then just turn off the heat and let it come down until it's not boiling hot. You want it to be warm but not super hot. And then pour the warm syrup over top of them. You want it to be warm because it helps to extract the beautiful flavor from the elderflowers. Then just cover the jar with a lid or a clean cloth and let it steep at room temperature for about 48 hours. Try to keep it out of direct sunlight because that'll make the flowers wilt a bit faster. After steeping for about 48 hours, I just used a funnel and a mesh strainer to strain off the syrup and put it in a clean jar. And you can just add a lid, put it in the fridge. It should last, a couple weeks. I've used mine up to 4 weeks before. Elderflower syrup, if you haven't tried it, has a citrusy flavor and it tastes great. The way I like to have it is with sparkling water. So I take about 2 tablespoons of elderflower syrup, put it into a quart-sized mason jar, and then put some ice in there and then pour sparkling water over top. It also is great over ice cream. You can add a splash to a glass of champagne to make elderflower champagne, makes it very special. You can add it to a homemade salad dressing or into a summer drink. It's a flavor that I've kind of come to expect to have in the early summertime. I hope you give this a try. It's a really fun foraging project if you're just getting into foraging. Make something super unique that you can't easily buy at the store, especially for an affordable cost. I will link the full recipe down in the description below in case you want to refer back to that. Let me know if you give this a try, and I will speak to you in the next Documenting Simple Living video.